Hey guys, it's Big Soprano. Today I'm gonna compare Sega and Nintendo based on how good their games are, how they are as a company, and stuff like that. And I love both of these companies a lot. I feel like both of them make some of the best games in gaming. So let's start off with the games. So I believe Nintendo makes the best three platformers. Even though I really like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, those are two really great games. However, I prefer games like Mario Sunshine and Super Mario Galaxy 2. I feel like 3D Mario is the most consistently good series to ever exist. And Sega is not so consistent when it comes to their 3D platformers. And that's not a diss on Sonic or anything. I love the adventure games, but I feel like Nintendo takes the crown for 3D platformers at the very least. But something that Nintendo does not make the best is RPGs. I feel like Sega makes the best RPGs. Like, I love the Yakuza RPG games. I think those are some of the best RPGs I've ever played. In fact, I feel like Yakuza Like a Dragon is the best RPG I've ever played. I feel like Sega makes the best RPGs because they just really know how to nail down that formula. And I think that's really great. And Sega owns companies like Atlus and RGG Studios, which makes the Yakuza games. And I think they both have incredible catalogs of games. I feel like Nintendo RPGs just don't hit the same. Like, I tried to get into Super Mario RPG 2 years ago, and I just didn't like it. I don't know. Like, I know Sega RPGs has a bit of grinding in it, but I felt like the grinding in Super Mario RPG was just too boring for me. So I feel like now if I would have played the game, I would have played on easy mode just so I could get through the game and enjoy the turn-based combat. But that game did not really hit it. I did not really hit it off with that game, unfortunately. I used to love the Mario and Luigi series, but I haven't played them in probably like 10 years. So I haven't tried out Brothership. Honestly, Brothership doesn't really interest me that much. But Sega games, like, of course, the Yakuza games interest me because I'm a big fan of those games. So, Nintendo has Mario and Sega has Sonic. But you want to know what else Sega has? The Yakuza series. I absolutely love this series. The Yakuza series is probably the best series I've ever played ever. I absolutely love the Yakuza games so much. I feel like they're some of the best games I've ever played, and they hit really hard. So I absolutely love the Yakuza games. I love the characters, I love the combat, I love the side stuff, I love the mini games. There's so much to love about the Yakuza games, and I feel like that is my favorite game series of all time. So I absolutely love Yakuza. I've been playing Yakuza for 5 years now, way back in spring 2020. So it's gonna be 5 years since I first picked up the Yakuza series, and I absolutely love this series. I adore this series so much. So maybe Nintendo has Mario, and maybe that's better than Sonic. But Sega has Yakuza, and I don't know if Mario's better than Yakuza. I would say they're both equally as good, because 3D Mario are some of the best games I've ever played, like Super Mario Sunshine and Super Mario Galaxy 2 and Super Mario 64. I feel like Sega and Nintendo both have an excellent catalog of games, and I feel like Nintendo is just more consistent when it comes to their games, and their games are a bit more polished. Like, compare the newest 3D Mario to the newest 3D Sonic. Well, actually, ignore that. I heard Shadow Generations was incredibly polished for something being made by Sonic Team in the year 2024. So I heard that game was good, but compared Super Mario Odyssey to Sonic Frontiers, now do you see where I'm coming from? However, Sega does treat its fans better than Nintendo. Like, Nintendo's always DMCAing fan games or ROM sites or stuff like that. And I have seen Sega target ROM sites as well, or even just like soundtrack websites for video game soundtracks. Like on KH Insider, you can't find a single Sonic game on there. However, you can find. I think you can find Mario games on there. I don't know. I have seen like the NES Mario games on there, but I don't know if games like Super Mario Odyssey is on there. And Sega treats its fans better because they actually hire them to make games, like Sonic Mania, for example. I'm not saying Sonic Mania is a fan game, but it was definitely made by some of the biggest fans of Sonic the Hedgehog. So, for me, who's better, Nintendo or Sega? That is a tough question. Well, in conclusion, I would say they're both equally as good. They're both absolute giants with absolutely incredible games, and I love them both equally. Nintendo has Mario, and Sega has Yakuza. And there's nothing I love more than Mario and Yakuza. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a great day.